on the Olmsted Owls in a battle of two unified squads wrapping up their regular seasons here today. Double duty for yours truly, Jack Cruiser. Today I'll be doing the public address along with joining you on the broadcast, so I'll hop off here. You can tune in for the introductions live in stadium. We'll be back right after this.
Cheektowaga Central, home of the Warriors, for tonight's unified basketball matchup between the Cheektowaga Warriors and the visiting Olmsted Owls. We are very excited to join Section 6 and Special Olympics to bring unified basketball to Cheektowaga Central. Unified basketball combines athletes with and without intellectual disabilities to create athletic teams for training and competition. Participation is rooted in the principle of meaningful involvement, which ensures that every player is given an opportunity to contribute to the success of his or her team through their unique skills. Inclusive activity is among the most conductive ways to break down stereotypes and foster relationships. Let's now meet the two teams today, starting with the Olmsted Owls. Number 0, Jeffrey Jablonski Miller. Number 1, Ural Valentine. Number 2, Dalian Washington. Number 3, Johnny Gross III. Number 5, Santino Rogers. Number 11, Gabby Leon. Number 12, Demario Washington. Number 13, Cameron Jordan. Number 14, Gario Carpenter. Number 15, Aaron Flanagan. Number 23, Doriana Davis. And number 30, Amelia Hernandez. The head coach of the Owls is Jim Bartram. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your 2022 Cheektowaga Warriors. Number 1, a senior, Amberlynn Sokol. A junior wearing number 2, Tavian Bell. A junior wearing number 4, Caleb Velez. Sophomore, number 10, Isabel Walenka. A senior, number 13, Lady Bognowski. A sophomore, number 20, Jaleel Wallace. A senior, number 21, Jonathan Robinson. A freshman, number 23, Angelo Sanate. A junior, number 11, Destiny Robinson. Junior, number 22, Joshua Dorman. Senior, number 24, Evan McCullough. Freshman freshman, number 30, Donnell Jackson. A senior, number 31, Liam Blake. Sophomore, number 32, Alex Mill. Junior, number 34, Jeffrey Joya. A senior, number 35, Marquis Mingo. Senior, number 40, Matthew Scafetta. And senior, number 41, Felix Zielinski. The head coach of the Cheektowaga Warriors is Brian Payne. At this time, we ask all players, coaches, and spectators, please rise and remove all hats and headgear as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Miss Gemma Barbario.
Let's go, Gemma!
And we welcome you again to Cheektowaga Central. The Warriors just about ready to get underway with the Olmsted Owls in a battle of two teams that have had a dominant 2022 campaign. The Cheektowaga Warriors on their way, one victory away from a perfect season. If they can take it home today, they'll head into the postseason undefeated before heading down to Florida to join the rest of the unified leagues around the nation in Orlando for the USA Games of 2022. As 9 athletes and partners on the team will make the trip to Orlando with head coach Brian Payne to compete for the national title in June. Once again, we thank you for joining us here at Cheektowaga Central for Unified Hoops today, the first, hopefully, of many unified games to be streamed here on Western New York Athletics, as it's an honor to be with you today. Going up for the opening tick will be Matthew Scafetta, number 40 for Cheektowaga. He's been a stud all season for the maroon and gold. You'll recognize number 40 once he gets planted in the paint, and Scafetta wins the opening tip as he went up against Jeffrey Miller-Jablonski, and we are underway from Cheektowaga Central. Laney Bucknowski controls atop the key on the far side, guarded tightly by Doriana Davis. Evan McCullough comes over to help out and finds Destiny Robinson. Now Evan McCullough. 8-minute quarters, just like varsity hoops here in Western New York. Out of bounds off the hands of Donnell Jackson will be our first turnover of the game, and the Olmsted Owls with an opportunity to get the game's first bucket. Doriana Davis leads the charge up the floor for Olmsted. She slows up to top the key and throws it down low. A two-point try from Cario Carpenter is just a bit short, rebounded neatly by the Warriors, and Robinson's off in transition. Evan McCullough sets up Destiny for three. That one just a bit shy. Matthew Scafetta keeps it inbounds. Jeffrey Miller-Jablonski steals it away for Olmsted. Here's Gabby Leone. She'll send it down low. Cario Carpenter able to recover and sends it back over for Leon. And now Doriana Davis. The one-handed try off the glass from Jeffrey Jablonski Miller. Couldn't get that one to go. Now the Warriors with a chance. A minute gone by in the opening frame. 4 quarters, 8 minutes apiece. You'll see full-sale substitutions throughout the quarters, getting every player involved. A steal in the lane for Doriana Davis. She's all by herself, slows up and waits for the reinforcements. Cario Carpenter sends it down low on the baseline. It's an out-of-bounds call from the official. And Cheektowaga gets possession. Still no scoring here in the opening frame of play. Unified basketball. Players with and without intellectual and physical disabilities on the floor for each squad. As you may have heard in our pregame speech over the public address, that's the most conductive way to break down stereotypes and foster relationships, is contributing to the success of their team through their unique skills. As we've got our first stoppage of play with 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. No scores yet for either squad. A full sail change for Cheektowaga. Keep an eye on number 21, Jonathan Robinson. That's the duo that Cheektowaga looks to produce down in Florida for the USA Games with Robinson and Matthew Scafetta. Markeith Mingo sets up Robinson. He cuts baseline, throws up a one-handed try. That one no good, too long. And Mingo couldn't keep it in bounds at the baseline. A turnover on the Warriors. And Olmsted will try. They kept the same lineup out there. Just one change. Aaron Flanagan comes in off the bench wearing number 15. Davis sends it down low. Jablonski Miller's try just a bit strong. On the rebound is Markeith Mingo. Amberlynn Sokol feeds Robinson, whose layup is good.
Jonathan Robinson for 2.
Amberlynn Sokol with the feed down to Robinson, able to get it to go. For the first point of the game, it's 2-0 Cheektowaga, 5.5 to go in the opening frame, and a substitution for the Owls. Sokol reaching in, trying to get another one. However, it's brought in by Amelia Hernandez. Down low, turning try for the Owls is just a bit strong. In on the rebound, Markeith Mingo. Off the miss from Santino Rogers. Amberlynn Sokol through the lane, stops up in the paint and finds Mingo outside. It's like a 2-3 zone look from the Olmsted Owls. Robinson sends it up top, not before the foul is called down low. Cheektowaga will get possession here. It was Cameron Jordan wearing number 13 in red who was all over Markeith Mingo and got called for the foul. Mingo sends it down low. Robinson wants another one. Instead, he'll pass it back out for Mingo. Mingo up top. Amberlynn Sokol just evaded that pass. Sokol recovers. Amberlynn turning in the lane. One of 9 players going to Orlando, Florida is number 1 in gold, Amberlynn Sokol. Markeith Mingo also among those heading down south. Sokol inside the paint, picks up her dribble. Liam Blake sets the screen. Now Robinson shoots the 3. That one just short off the front of the rim. Getting the rebound is Cameron Jordan in transition. Cameron Jordan slows up, and he may have got that one tipped out of play as the Olmsted Owls will get possession at the baseline. Santino Rogers, quick pass, just too strong from Santino Rogers. The rebound hauled in by Liam Blake. Pass to Amberlynn Sokol, recovered by Liam. Just about 2 minutes gone by in the opening quarter of play on Western New York Athletics. Unified Basketball's debut on our streaming services. Glad you're with us. Out of bounds, the ball rolls. Olmsted will get possession. And substitutions will come in for Cheektowaga. Jeffrey Joya leading the charge here, and Matt Scafetta, number 40, is back on the floor for Cheektowaga. He didn't have a shot so far in this one. Here are the Owls. 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Santino Rogers' shot strong off the heel of the rim, still in the air, battling for it is Caleb Velez. It's hauled in by Cameron Jordan. His shot too strong. Off the backboard, it's grabbed by the Owls. Up top, Cameron Jordan sends it down low. Demario Washington's shot too strong. The rebound goes to Joya. Destiny Robinson in transition, also heading down to Orlando, Florida. Joya down low. Here's Caleb Velez. One dribble and he's double teamed at the baseline. Velez has to look out. Destiny Robinson now. Robinson pump fakes, puts the dribble on the floor, picks up her dribble, and now sends it. Caleb Velez. Joya's pass, he was looking for Matthew Scafetta, fresh off a haircut and a trip to the barber shop. Scafetta couldn't handle that one. Now Olmsted brings it up the lane. Down 2-0, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Cameron Jordan atop the key, not that of the New Orleans Saints, however, of the Olmsted Owls. Here's a deep 2 attempt from Yorel Valentine off front and back rim and out of play.
Out of bounds, Olmsted ball.
The Owls get possession at the baseline. The quick pass leads to a quick shot from Rogers. That one blocked by Jeffrey Joya. Now a deep 2 taken high off the backboard by Yorel Valentine. Rebound brought in again by Cameron Jordan. I had a nice conversation with head coach Brian Payne of the Warriors. He says that rebounding is key when you talk about playing competitive basketball at the unified level, especially for your partners on the floor, those without intellectual disabilities. Your goal is out there, you're getting the rebounds, you're fighting for loose balls, but when it comes to shots, Coach Payne says his number one philosophy is playing with compassion. You want to allow the players and the athletes with intellectual disabilities the opportunity to shoot when they get the opportunity. As there you saw Destiny Robinson with a chance, just a bit to the left. No good on the attempt. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. A steal for Jeffrey Joya. There you see the loose ball awareness of the Warriors defensively. They've been practicing since September, this Cheektowaga Warriors team has, in preparation of heading down to the USA games in Florida. More on that in the second quarter and halftime. It's senior day here at Cheektowaga. They'll be honoring the seniors on the roster, a few of them, at halftime. And a special guest will be in the building for the second half of play. We'll keep that a surprise who it is until halftime. Jonathan Robinson recovers with under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. He's got the 2 points in the game. And we've got a foul called against the Owls. Jeffrey Joya to inbound in front of us to Jonathan Robinson. Eyeing down that 2-3 zone, and he's got Cameron Jordan in front of him. Now Amberlynn Sokol dribbles in, shoots the mid-range shot, and she knocked it down.
Amberlynn Sokol for 2.
Jonathan Robinson, selfless on the play, finding Amberlynn Sokol upstairs. She takes 2 steps in and releases the mid-range jumper. That was good. Back the other way, Yorel Valentine's shot just a bit too much on it. Amberlynn Sokol the rebound. Sokol fresh off 2 points on the last trip. We'll get it over. Here's Tavian Bell, back for Amberlynn Sokol. Screen set by Joya. Sokol takes it on the left elbow. Down low, Robinson, one dribble, goes up, and he got it to go.
Jonathan Robinson for 2.
4 of the Warriors' 6 points have come from the fingertips of Jonathan Robinson so far. And he's got an assist to boot on Amberlynn Sokol's 2 points. Down low, an attempt from Jeffrey Jablonski Miller, no good. Just a bit strong off the backboard, and under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Warriors with one last attempt. Sokol to Jonathan Robinson's elbow shot off the front iron. Rebound hauled in by Jablonski Miller. Doriana Davis with 10 seconds to go. Inside, that shot is put home.
Aaron Flanagan for 2.
Flanagan, the final 2 points of the first quarter, as we'll end things out in the opening 8, 6-2 after 8 minutes of play. We'll take a break and rejoin you with quarter number 2 from Cheektowaga. It's Unified Basketball right here on Western New York Athletics.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Back for quarter number 2 from Cheektowaga Central. It's the Warriors on top 6-2 after 8 minutes of play. Jonathan Robinson has 4 points for the Warriors, and he's out there again for Cheektowaga, controlling with possession in the backcourt. Unified Sports beginning in Section 6 years ago, back in 2016 and 2017. As a shot attempt from Robinson is no good. Out of bounds. We'll have a ruling on who touched it last. Looks like it was a Warrior in Jonathan Robinson. Olmsted gets possession. Cheektowaga, not one of the 5 schools that brought Unified Sports to Western New York at the Section 6 level, but they were part of the first expansion, if you will, in year number 2. The league doubled from 5 schools to about 12 schools. And we've got a foul as Jonathan Robinson drove the lane, and he'll get 2 shots.
Foul on Olmsted's number 15, Aaron Flanagan. Shooting for Cheektowaga, number 21, Jonathan Robinson. Shooting 2.
Jonathan Robinson will get 2 shots here for the Warriors. So Coach Payne, who was involved with Special Olympics activities all the way back when he was a teenager, working with the town of Cheektowaga, coaching unified basketball teams at that level and Special Olympic teams at that level. Took some teams to state games, however, never the opportunity to go to the national competition. Cheektowaga went to the state championship game back in 2019. Prior to the pandemic and shutting down the 2020 unified season, the Warriors won their division for basketball at the unified level in 19 as Jonathan Robinson adds a free throw to his credit. He's got 5 points on the day. So the Warriors chosen to represent not only Western New York, but New York State on a national level. Jonathan Robinson, the rebound. Got it to Matthew Scafetta. His shot is good.
Matthew Scafetta for 2.
A 9-2 lead for the Warriors as Scafetta gets on the board. Markeith Mingo with a steal on his defensive position, and Jonathan Robinson starts the other way. Mingo atop the key calls out the offense, tries to get it back in for Robinson. Instead, it goes into the hands of Joshua Dorman. Now Robinson. Markeith Mingo for Jonathan Robinson. Chucks up a 3. That one just wide to the right. The last home game these Warriors had, they had the the middle school and high school bands come in as a part of a pep squad for the unified basketball team. They were rocking the gym all night long as They supported the unified team. Robinson, another 2.
Jonathan Robinson for 2. Substitutions.
6:03 to go in the second quarter of play. An 11-2 lead for the Warriors. 2 points for Amberlynn Sokol, 2 for Matthew Scafetta, 7 for Jonathan Robinson thus far. 2 points on the other side for the Olmsted Owls to Aaron Flanagan that came to close the first quarter. Substitutions now will bring out Destiny Robinson to run the point for the Warriors, who also set up in that 2-3 zone. Coach Payne says it gives them the best chance to stop the shots inside, of course, with Matthew Scafetta and his size in the middle of that zone on the back line, wearing number 40 in gold. Cameron Jordan throws a pass to the far side. Hawking one up with Santino Rogers. It goes into the hands of Evan McCullough. Now Robinson, Destiny that is. She'll pull a 3 off the backboard and front iron. Rebound hauled in by the Owls. Quickly in transition is Cameron Jordan. 3-on-2 break. Jordan, the bucket and the foul.
Cameron Jordan for 2 and 1.
Jordan, with a head full of steam in transition, went all the way to the rack, made no mistake around 2 Warrior defenders, drew the foul, and got the bucket to go. Now Jordan a chance for 3. Spoke to head coach Jim Bartram before today's game of the Olmsted Owls. Jim said the best part about the season so far is no matter what type of day you're having, even if it's rough on the job, you come to Unified Basketball, whether it's practice or a game, and you always leave with a smile on your face.
Aaron Flanagan for 2.
Flanagan gets another 2. A deep 3 for Destiny Robinson. She wants that straightaway center shot. Robinson practicing for the Rims down in Florida. Another attempt through the lane from Cameron Jordan. That one no good. Rebound to Jordan again. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound hauled in by Demario Washington. His shot up off the rim, and Matthew Scafetta gets the board. Destiny Robinson, another one for 3. That one's short, and it'll bounce out of bounds. Olmsted will get possession.
Out of bounds. Olmsted ball.
Substitutions for the Owls will give a breather to Aaron Flanagan, who's got 4 points already on the day. Approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. We invite you to stick around for halftime. It's senior day here at Cheektowaga Central, and perhaps a special guest to join us in half number 2. Off the backboard, the shot's good for Urel Valentine.
Urel Valentine for 2.
Laney Buknowski cuts inside, stolen away. Urel Valentine, fresh off his first 2 points on the day, leads the rush. Valentine slows up from the elbow, got it to go.
Urel Valentine, 2.
4 straight points for Urel Valentine has brought this game within 1. 11-10 the score. The Warriors held an 11-2 lead in this second quarter. Urel Valentine coupled with Aaron Flanagan, they've got 8 points between the two of them. 11-10 our score. We'll take a break at this timeout halfway through the second quarter and be back right after this on Western New York Athletics.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn.
Back for quarter number 2 here from Cheektowaga Central. A deep 3 for Amberlynn Sokol, just off the front of the rim, off the backboard as well, out of bounds. The Olmsted Owls will get possession off the miss. Yorel Valentine feeling himself a little bit, getting a bit hot. He's got the last 2 buckets for the Olmsted Owls, does number 1 in red, bringing this game within 1 point. Valentine finds himself down on the left side, and he gets the ball here. Valentine works on Amber Lynn Sokol, who tries to poke it free, and she'll get called for a foul instead.
Foul on Cheektowaga's number 1, Amber Lynn Sokol. Olmsted ball.
11-10 the score. 3:32 to go in this first half of play. Warriors undefeated so far in the regular season, looking to remain so heading into postseason play. Another attempt for Valentine, that one too strong off the backboard. The Warriors got the rebound with Markeith Mingo, but they call a foul on Cheektowaga. So Olmsted will get possession at the baseline. Pass inside, Santino Rogers throws one off the back iron. Poked free at the baseline. The Warriors not able to get possession there. Markeith Mingo was reaching in for it. Quick pass from Valentine finds Rogers, in and out off the rim. A tough look for Santino Rogers results in a rebound for Liam Blake and a fast break opportunity. Jonathan Robinson too strong. He gets his own rebound, passes out for Liam Blake. Blake gets it for Markeith Mingo. Amber Lynn Sokol uses the screen from Mingo. Sokol dribbles, throws it up. Robinson gets the air ball off the glass, loses the glasses. Another chance opportunity for Markeith Mingo, and he capitalizes for 2.
Markeith Mingo for 2.
13-10 the score. 2:30 to go in the first half of play. The Warriors getting some space and a bit of a cushion here after holding an 11-2 lead for a majority of this first half. Jonathan Robinson, a running floater, just a bit shy on the near side, bounces out of bounds off of Valentine's fingers. Markeith Mingo to inbound. 2:17 to go. Unified basketball here from Cheektowaga Central on Western New York Athletics. Combining athletes and players, students with and without intellectual and physical disabilities to form one team and play together, build a sense of sportsmanship and competitiveness at the same time. As you're playing for wins, you're not just allowing buckets. Off the backboard, the attempt is good for Rogers.
Santino Rogers for 2.
Rogers brings it within 1, and he feels good about his defensive abilities. Hands up top as he stands atop the key, guarding Jonathan Robinson. The leading scorer of the game so far loses control. Markeith Mingo, who has the most recent bucket, finds Robinson for Amber Lynn Sokol. Turns atop the key, maintaining the dribble. Sokol, bounce pass to Jonathan Robinson. Wants to get it down low for Mingo. He'll elect to go to Sokol again. Sokol, elbow pass to Liam Blake is blocked by Rogers. Right back into the hands of Jonathan Robinson. His shot misses Liam Blake's hands down on the block. The rebound fought for by Blake, and he gets it for Angelo Sanatic, and he had it ripped out of his hands by the Olmsted Owls. And Cameron Jordan. Jordan to the near side. Yorel Valentine. No good, just shy off the rim. The rebound tipped by Liam Blake, out of bounds. Olmsted gets the ball.
Out of bounds, Olmsted ball. Substitutions.
Under a minute to go in the first half of play. 13-12 our score. The Warriors on top by 1, looking to remain undefeated. The Olmsted Owls, no schmucks of their own right. They've had a tremendous 2022 campaign as well. The rebound off Rogers' miss is tapped by Matthew Scafetta into the hands of Jeffrey Joya. Destiny Robinson for Joya. Quick passing down low, finds Matthew Scafetta. His shot just shy. Joya the rebound. Finds Felix Zielinski. His shot just off the far rim. Getting the rebound are the Owls and Cameron Jordan. Jordan in number 13 on the near side spins away from Caleb Velez. Now gets it down low in the post. Uriel Valentine, he's got 4 points on the day. In the middle of the defense, that shot from Jordan no good. Jordan's got 2 to his credit. 10 seconds to go in the second quarter of play. Destiny Robinson pulls the 3 off the front iron, off the backboard. No good, and with 1 second to go, a final attempt will find the buzzer, cutting it off. 13-12 at halftime from Cheektowaga Central.
That's the end of the first half of play. After 2 quarters, your score, Cheektowaga 13, the Olmsted Owls 12. Fans, one last chance for the Chunkaballs. $1 apiece. Purchase them in the next minute. We'll be doing the contest shortly.
We'll take a break and rejoin you on the other side of this for Senior Day here at Cheektowaga Central.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Welcome back. Senior Day here at Cheektowaga Central. We'll turn you over to head coach Brian Payne for the Senior Day ceremonies, recognizing a bunch of seniors on the roster for the Cheektowaga Warriors. So here's a fun competition every game. The Warriors sell mini basketballs out in the hallway, about the size that can fit into your palm, of about a peach or a plum, if you will. You can toss it onto the center logo of the floor, as you will see in just a few moments. They're $1 a piece. All proceeds go to Special Olympics, and it's an opportunity to show your accuracy. Toss the mini basketball, aim for the center logo. The closest to the middle of that logo will win the gift basket prize that the Cheektowaga Warriors have built out for the competition. Of course, all proceeds going to Special Olympics. So here's time for the Chuck-a-Ball competition. Head coach Brian Payne emceeing for you in the arena. And there they go. A couple of close tosses already. They're bouncing over the center. One rolling right on the dot. How about that? Gonna be tough. Gonna be tough to beat that shot. There's two real close. So each ball has a number on it. And when you buy the ball, you know what number it is. So we'll get to see which ball was the winner. There's three right near the center of the logo. Tom Prince producing for us. He thinks he's got one. Yeah, right close to the center stripe. Brian Payne calls it. Here's the winning number. 102, says assistant coach Amy Zelasco. Number 102, and we've got our winner. So there you have the Chuck-a-Ball competition. As they clear the balls off the floor, we will take a break and rejoin you for the third quarter on the other side of this commercial break. You're watching Unified Basketball from Cheektowaga Central right here on Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Back for quarter number 3 at Cheektowaga Central for Unified Basketball. The Warriors on top 13-12 after 16 minutes of play. And we're underway with the third quarter as Destiny Robinson gets things going. She's looking for her first points on the day. Jeffrey Joya gets it to Destiny. Looking against that 2-3 Olmsted zone, Destiny Robinson finds Caleb Velez on the far side. Pass to Scafetta inside. A bad hop off the rim. Falls down, able to get the rebound. Joya. Scafetta, good for 2.
Matthew Scafetta for 2.
Scafetta, as he's so good at doing, stands inside the paint, finds himself a lane to shoot at. Thanks, Tom. And he's able to knock it down. His 4th point on the day for Matthew Scafetta. Had 2 in the first half already, just a minute into play in half number 2. Scafetta with a bucket. There's a mid-range jumper from Doriana Davis, too strong on it. Able to get the rebound for the Warriors is Caleb Velez. Now Destiny Robinson crosses half court. Robinson to the near side. Here's Jeffrey Joya. Now Destiny Robinson pulls the 3, just short, right on target. Just takes a couple hops out of bounds beyond the baseline. The Olmsted Owls will watch as Cheektowaga gets possession. It tipped off the hands of Cario Carpenter with just under 7 minutes to go in the third. Scafetta, another 2.
Matthew Scafetta for 2.
Scafetta, another 2. He's got 4 in the second half alone. Doriana Davis sends it down low, looking for Jeffrey Jablonski Miller. Jeffrey turns, throws it off the backboard, and got it to go.
Jeffrey Jablonski Miller for 2.
The game sticking within 3 points. 17-14 the score now as Jablonski Miller gets on the board. Now 5 different scorers for the Olmsted Owls. 4 for the Warriors. Jonathan Robinson, who's on the bench for Cheektowaga, leads the way for all scorers with 7. Caleb Velez looks outside. Jeffrey Joya calls out the offense. A partner on the floor. Joya gets it down low. Scafetta off the glass. He got the foul, but no bucket to go. Scafetta will now go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Foul on Olmsted. Cheektowaga's Matthew Scafetta to shoot 2.
17-14 the score. We saw 2 free throws taken by Jonathan Robinson earlier in the first half. Robinson was able to get one of those 2 home. Robinson now sits across the floor, waiting to check in for the Warriors. He's got 7 points, all scored in the first half. Now Scafetta with 6 of his own. First shot no good. Just under 6 minutes to go. Tom Prince has left the building. He's on his way to Depew. Give a motivational speech of sorts to the high schoolers at Depew High School. Now Frank Wolf joins me on the 1s and 2s. Frank, appreciate you being here as he's manning the production truck for tonight's game and the second half at least. Destiny Robinson, a 3, just shy of falling that time. She likes shooting the outside shot. Brian Payne likes having different players able to do different things for this team. Matthew Scafetta, known for standing between the blocks and using the backboard to get it home. Robinson's deep shot, no good. Scafetta the board, not able to get it home. The rebound to Scafetta again, and he got it to go.
Matthew Scafetta for 2.
Scafetta, 6 points to start the third quarter. A 19-14 lead for the Warriors, and substitutions will bring out a new set of lineups for the Warriors. Olmsted a few changes of their own. On the floor now, Cameron Jordan and Aaron Flanagan. Flanagan, who had 4 points in the first half, has it deflect off his hand and out of bounds on the offensive end. Jeffrey Joya, a chance to inbound cleanly. Amberlynn Sokol. Amberlynn Sokol. And game clock didn't start there, so we'll get that figured out. We thank you for joining us here on Western New York Athletics. First ever unified basketball game broadcast by our networks. Glad you could join us for some history. Amberlynn Sokol outside, guarded tightly by Doriana Davis. Sokol dribbles through three, throws up the mid-range jumper, and it's good off the glass.
Amberlynn Sokol for 2.
Sokol, her second bucket on the day. She's got 4. Here's a deep 2 for Yorel Valentine. He couldn't get that one to go, just a bit too strong on the shot. However, the rebound poked out of bounds by Jonathan Robinson, and Valentine with a chance to inbound cleanly, and he does so to Aaron Flanagan. Now Valentine from the near side wing, high off the glass, rebound hauled in by Davis. She turns and throws it up, just a bit shy. In disbelief, Davis heads back on defense. Jonathan Robinson all the way. Robinson uncontested for 2.
Jonathan Robinson for 2.
Robinson, in a game of anything you can do, I can do better with Matthew Scafetta, now has 9. Scafetta's got 8 after starting the second half with 6 points straight. A timeout called on the floor, 4:12 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break and rejoin you after this. It's high school unified basketball on Western New York Athletics.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Back on Western New York Athletics. It's Cheektowaga hosting the Olmsted Owls Unified Basketball. Both teams looking to continue a dominant year. Cheektowaga undefeated so far. They are up 23-14 with just about half of the third quarter still to play and into the fourth quarter. I'm joined now by head of Western New York Athletics and producer of today's game, Frank Wolf. Frank, good to have you with us, and thanks for making your trip out to Cheektowaga.
You know, Jack, the last time I was in this gymnasium, Dominic Welch was a high school senior.
Dominic Welch, an absolute stud on the floor in his time at Cheektowaga.
It's been a while. I've been to the football facilities probably half a dozen times since then, but haven't been able to get back into this gymnasium, and I love it here. I do. I mean, I love the look of the gymnasium, that old barn style, if you will, with the rafters. I just really, it's a unique gym. It's unique to Western New York. It's fun to come here.
Probably a bit brighter than the last time you were in here. They repainted the ceilings and the walls to a nice white. Was before that off yellow goldish that had tinted over the years since it was originally painted back in the 60s. We've got something on the floor now that will be cleaned up. As we, you never know what to expect here at Unified Basketball at Cheektowaga, but we'll make sure that the floor is good to go in playing conditions.
What I've been enjoying seeing since getting here was just the raw emotion from the bench players. You know, they're getting in the game for their teammates. They're loud. They're cheering, and they get excited for both teams. It's if Olmsted makes a basket, the Warriors are celebrating. If somebody at Cheektowaga makes a basket or a nice rebound, someone on Olmsted is giving them props as well. So it's enjoyable to watch.
It's a big family culture when you're talking about unified sports. I had a chance to talk with Brian Payne, the head coach of the Warriors. He said it's all about playing with compassion. No matter what you do, you're playing with compassion. You're fighting for rebounds, yes, especially the partners without intellectual disabilities. You're doing your best to get possession for your team, but once you get that possession, and even if you don't, it's allowing kids to have shots and opportunities to make an impact on the game.
And everyone gets to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone sees the court, everyone sees minutes. It's a great atmosphere too. I mean, there's a lot of people here. You know, it's not a Cheektowaga, Maryville basketball game crowd, if you will, or Cleve Hill, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a number of people here in the bleachers supporting both teams. And, you know, I know I'm late to the party here, but Cheektowaga is going to be taking a little trip, are they not?
Yeah, so Cheektowaga will be heading down to Florida and Orlando in the Disney complex to play in the 2022 USA Games to represent not only Section 6 in Western New York, but New York State on a national level for the unified team. You can't put into words what this means to not only Cheektowaga, to Western New York, but to these kids, everything that'll come out of that experience. Just a wonderful opportunity.
And honestly, Jack, the basketball is secondary.
Absolutely.
To the opportunity that the kids are going to have, the experiences they're going to get from traveling as a team. That's really why a lot of kids come out for sports, for that camaraderie and just the traveling with each other, those bus rides. You know, I mean, you're an athlete. You know, you traveled with the teams even outside of your playing days. So just being involved with your teammates and your coaches and seeing them away from the locker room, away from the floor, and the bonding experience. Mm-hmm. These kids, not only do they become friends on the court, but now they're going to become friends off of it as well by going down on a trip like that. The magnitude of that trip to take this many kids down to Orlando is extremely special for all of them, their families, the parents of these children, the administrators, the coaches, and anyone involved with unified basketball. These are experiences, and they're going to remember that for the rest of their lives. I remember my trips to Florida, you know, just as a family, but in a athletic environment, I wasn't that lucky.
Now, did you ever drive down?
One time.
And how was
the last
that?
time.
That'll explain it.
My father introduced us to a whole new language that we did not know existed our young years at that time.
Not talking about the license plate game, I assume.
I think we may have played that. You know, I Spy. The I Spy comes out.
Yep.
Are they flying or are they driving to Florida?
They'll be flying, yeah.
They'll
be
flying.
flying.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah, it'll be 9 players, so I'll read you off the players. A mix of athletes and partners is how they divide the players up on the floor and on the roster. So you've got the athletes with intellectual and physical disabilities, the partners without, and they obviously combine to make it up the unified team. Amberlyn Sokol, Leonie Buchnowski, Jonathan Robinson, Angelo Sanatic, Destiny Robinson, Evan McCullough, Liam Blake, Markeith Mingo, and Matthew Scafetta, those on the Cheektowaga roster to head down to Florida. And as you heard Brian Payne during halftime in the Senior Day ceremony mention, every senior on the roster, partner or athlete, will be going down to Florida. And you never know when this sort of thing will happen again, or if ever it will happen again for Cheektowaga Central. So many unified programs across the state with the opportunity to get to go over the years. So Cheektowaga, with their opportunity, they're going to make the most of it, bringing down those veteran members. And like you said, that experience just unbelievable for all the kids.
When's the last time you've been to Orlando?
Oh, brother, not since I was 8 or 9 years old. I couldn't ride on the big-time rides. Hollywood Tower of Terror, they said, you got to be taller, kid.
You?
I know.
What are you now, 6'4"?
This is now 6'3" now,
You're
but
6'3"?
back at 8 years old, a mere 5'2", they said, you can't, pal. I was the tallest in my class. Didn't think I'd hear that in my life.
I can't believe you weren't allowed on a ride due to height. Honestly, that's...
Well, I was a bit terrified as well. I don't know.
All right.
I didn't put up any fights.
They took some pressure off you there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Jack, I'm not good with rides. It's been a while. I mean, I used to love going on the Comet when we had Crystal Beach.
Okay.
It's a little before your time. I know the Comet's still around somewhere, maybe somewhere in New York State the Comet is, I heard.
Picked it up, moved it out east, potentially.
Yeah, somewhere.
We're back underway in the third quarter after they cleared up some things on the floor. We get a look here with Cameron Jordan, not that of the New Orleans Saints, but of the Olmsted Owls. Jordan, number 13, gets it down low. A shot from the mid-range taken by Santonio. Rogers is strong, and now Jonathan Robinson the other way. 9 points on the day, make it 11. Well, it's that speed of Jonathan Robinson that'll come in handy down in Florida. An athlete in his own right, Jonathan Robinson, not afraid to take it to the rack. Jonathan Robinson was on the team back when I was a senior in high school. He was a freshman on the team, and he played just as aggressively and wisely then as he is now, number 21 in gold. A veteran leader, athlete on this team, finds Matt Scafetta for 2. Scafetta with the signature point to the crowd after the bucket there, Frank.
You know, Jack, this is uncharted territory for you. Usually you're on the other side of the floor doing the PA. Is this you're a little out of sorts, if you will, but you're doing a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you, Frank. I did get to work with the athletic director, Brian Hickson, on how to set up. We've got Wi-Fi galore, wireless microphones across the gym, so thankfully the crew at Cheektowaga has set me up for success here, not only in my schooling days, but now post as well. And they're glad to be hosting the first ever streamed unified basketball game. And Frank, I got to thank you for allowing us to be here and put on this event today for the viewers at home.
We had been trying to get here, not necessarily Cheektowaga, but we had been trying to get to a unified basketball game since the inception, and you know we really haven't had the opportunity to get to say like a Niagara Falls or into the Kenton District, just because of personnel. You got to have the right people available to pull this off. A producer and someone like yourself to call the game, camera guys. We were able to put that together thanks to you pushed this. And how can you say no to Jack Cruiser?
Well, it's quite easy. Just ask my prom dates. Up on the camera, doing our work today is a high school senior for Cheektowaga. Markeith Mingo gets the bucket on the floor. Nicola didn't get a last name from Nicola, but he's been doing a fine job on the camera so far today. Frank might want to get an intern there to run the cameras.
I was going to point something out earlier. Our camera work today, of course, I just walked into the third quarter here, but our camera work has been sensational. He's following the play nicely. Look at him. I mean, he's moving the camera well. He's got a nice, tight shot when he needs to.
Watch out, Russ Battaglia. You've got competition. Rebound grabbed neatly by Cheektowaga's Laney Buknowski, one of those heading down to the USA Games to compete for the maroon and gold in the national competition. Just about a minute to go in the third quarter. Warriors, who were up by just 3 earlier in the quarter, have exploded with offense in the third quarter. They're up 13 with under a minute to go. Down low, turning, Johnson off the rim, no good.
Love watching these kids set up plays, pass the ball around. It's a beautiful thing.
That's one of the things Coach Brian Payne mentioned. It's not just get the ball right to the baseline and let a student shoot. You're playing basketball, especially when they head down to Florida. Coach Payne says you don't know what you're going to see from other schools, Texas, California, Colorado, big-time schools that might have been running plays all season long.
Very true.
Cameron Jordan for 2.
There's a timeout on the court. I believe that's an official timeout. A player lost the glasses and was slow at retrieving them. I don't know if that spawned this whistle or not.
Jim Bartram, the head coach of the Olmsted Owls, might be arguing for a foul here. I wouldn't blame him. His team's down 9 here. Got to fight for your team. The Olmsted Owls have had a fine season so far coming in this year. Jim Bartram has been coaching this unified Olmsted squad since its inception back in 2017 with Olmsted, part of that first 5 schools to join Section 6 in unified basketball. Cheektowaga coming in the second year in the expansion, if you will, of unified sports as Section 6, now up to well over 15 schools involved And, of course, you combine some of those. Williamsville with a team of all of North, South, and East, and Clarence joins in some of those as well. So an opportunity for kids at almost every school to get involved with unified sports. Beautiful thing, and glad they brought it to Section 6.
And I know they do bowling and basketball. Do we know if they're doing other sports? Like, what other sports are associated with unified?
3 at the buzzer, just short from Cameron Jordan. They also have a volleyball team and a volleyball league, but we'll get to that in the fourth quarter as it's a 29-18 lead after 3 quarters of play. We'll take a break and rejoin you on the other side of this with more from me and Frank Wolf on Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information. Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
We're back for the fourth quarter here on Western New York Athletics. The crowd getting to salute the Warriors upon the announcement of their being chosen for the USA Games as our scoring gets underway with Aaron Flanagan. Flanagan now 6 points on the day at 4 in the first half, now 2 in quarter number 4. Johnny Robinson gets it to go at the other end.
Jonathan Robinson.
And you folks at home that are watching, you really have to be here to kind of see how hard Jack Cruiser is working here. He's keeping individual score for each player. He's doing the microphone, the PA address. He's calling the game. He's basically auditing my job because I know I've already messed up a half a dozen times. He's doing a phenomenal job here, and it's just incredible and fun to watch Jack operate here, as only Cruiser can do.
Oh, what a block there on the one end of the floor. Jonathan Robinson, he's got 13 points on the day, Frank, but Yorel Valentine said, not in my house.
That was a beaut.
Unbelievable stuff. Yorel saw it from a mile away, but however the foul is called, Robinson will shoot.
And Robinson obviously having himself an afternoon here in this game against Olmsted.
Well, if we had to pick a player of the game, Frank, so far, Jonathan Robinson is definitely at the top of that conversation. He's got 13 with a chance for 2 more here from the line. 1 for 2 from the stripe earlier in the game. He goes 0 for 1 on his first attempt here. Closely behind him, though, is number 40 in gold, Matthew Scafetta. He's got 10 points of his own and started this second half with 6 points. Robinson 1 for 2 from the stripe, make him 50% on the day. 12-point lead for Cheektowaga, just about a minute into this fourth quarter. A shot thrown up from Johnny Gross III is a bit short. Robinson the rebound, and he'll walk it down the floor with ice in his veins.
Slowing down the pace.
Number 21 may be hobbling a bit out there. He's got the left ankle taped up. Amberlyn Sokol goes up for a shot in the lane. That one blocked, however, a foul on that shot as well. Sokol will shoot free throws.
I believe she was on the line in the third quarter. I think she had an opportunity to knock down a couple.
First shot no good for Sokol. One of the many point guards on this Cheektowaga roster, Amberlyn Sokol, Destiny Robinson, 2 athletes that run the point, control the pace of play for Cheektowaga. Brian Payne not afraid to put his athletes in positions to succeed like that, and find open players. Sokol unlucky on the second free throw attempt. Toilet bowls out.
It's actually a nice rebound by number 11, Gabby Leon.
Jonathan Robinson the other way, 2-on-1, and then Robinson went up for the layup and was fouled. So Robinson already with 14 points on the day, has a chance to add 2 more. Warriors up 32-20 here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of fouls called in this fourth quarter. We're not used to seeing too many of those. Olmsted was out there with 6 players momentarily. They get that squared away.
It's an easy fix.
Apologies as we get a sip of water for the first time in 20 minutes. Robinson at the free throw line, up by 12. At this point, you'll see the Warriors defensively potentially back off and allow some open shots here from the Olmsted Owls. However, at this point, just like any other varsity sport, you're playing for seeding in the playoffs. You're playing for home field advantage throughout the playoffs, or home court advantage in this case. And you're playing for pride for your team, and the Warriors are one away from an undefeated regular season and another divisional title, their 3rd in the school's 5-year history. Amberlyn Sokol for 3. It's good!
Amberlyn Sokol for 3.
Sokol from downtown extends the lead to 15.
Jack, I got to believe you've been waiting all afternoon to do that.
You know, it's been a long time since I let a for 3 fly here at Cheektowaga. It feels good to get one under the way. I didn't care who scored it either, Frank.
Aaron Flanagan for 2.
A man who hit plenty of threes and had me calling for 3 plenty of times in his time at Cheektowaga, all 6 years on varsity. Dominic Welch, as we mentioned before, he's in the house again. So, Frank, the last time you were here, Dom Welch on the floor. Yeah. This time you're here, he's on the sidelines coaching.
He was doing some coaching that night, too. I mean, that was a team that he had under his fingernails, and they just – I mean, he was going for a record that year.
Mm-hmm.
And he was probably playing his best basketball at that point in the season when I had a chance to see him.
Don Welch dropped 40 many times his senior season, although the head coach of the team at the time, Pat Cullinan, did not do him any favors his senior year, at least in the stat category, scheduling teams like the Park Pioneers and playing some tough competition out of Rochester, Aquinas, Canisius from Buffalo. Definitely a tough schedule. A jump ball called. Boy, we got it all here at Cheektowaga Unified. Jump balls, fouls. The Warriors get the tie-up defensively, and they'll get possession out of it.
I would say, you know, Coach Cullinan that year knew what he had in Dominic and wanted to make sure that he was seen. And by scheduling that top competition, you know, schools like St. Bonaventure had that extra opportunity to really see what they were going to have on the court at some point. And Nate Oates. Nate Oates being another one of those guys with the opportunity to get out. Or I don't know, it wasn't Nate who was coaching UB at the time, but even still, he was on that staff.
Bobby Hurley, the coach at the time, was recruiting Dom, had offered Welch his senior year. Nate Oates, an assistant at the time. Funny how that works out now. Dom finishes out his 4 years at St. Bonaventure, a starter all 4 years. Now grad transferring, taking that COVID year he gets for the 2020 season and going down to Alabama on a stacked Alabama roster that is looking to do some damage next year come March.
Yeah, a little disappointing March Madness finish. But you know, they'll rebound, and with players like Dom, who did get some NCAA March Madness experience under his belt, quality minutes, played very well, is going to have that opportunity at Alabama.
We got a foul here that will send Cameron Jordan to the free throw line for Olmsted.
Foul on Cheektowaga number 4, Caleb Velez. Shooting for the Olmsted Owls. Number 13, Cameron Jordan, shooting 2.
So Cameron Jordan a chance to get his team back into it here. Still 4:07 to go in the fourth quarter. His team down 11. Looking to play spoiler here on senior night.
A little too much mustard on that first free throw. Let's see if he takes something off, and he does.
Just barely a miss, but fights for the own rebound, does Cameron Jordan. Nearly a steal for Destiny Robinson. However, it's kept by the Owls. Down low, off the glass, the attempt from Jeffrey Jablonski-Miller, no good. The rebound, put home. Cameron Jordan.
Jordan wasn't happy with those free throw shots, but he gets a rebound there and a putback there to put 2 up and get his team within 9 with 3:40 to go here in the final quarter. Look at that extra camera work. We're getting some real quality camera work here, Jack.
It's good stuff. Cheektowaga Central, only the best. As it says on the wall, committed to excellence to our right. 3:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Cameron Jordan, after missing those 2 free throws, fights for the rebound, puts up another shot, can't get that one to go, puts himself in a good position to score, gets the bucket to fall, and ends up getting the 2 points out of it anyway. Now he sits at the team high for the Owls with 8 points.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. Do the math here. Is it 3 years since you've been in this school as a student?
This is my 4th year out of high school.
4th year out of high school. See, the time flies.
Yeah, so what?
Time flies.
That's the funniest part about it. I'm talking with Tom Prince before the game starts about Cheektowaga's football season this past year. And he's listing off names. I'm going, I've never met these kids. Well, they were in 8th grade when I was a senior. Oh, brother, it just gets worse from here, doesn't it?
Well, who knows? This fall you'll be calling some games, refamiliarizing yourself. I can't remember if Cheektowaga has a Thursday night game. Gotta believe they do.
Jonathan Robinson for 2.
Cheektowaga may have a Thursday night game later in the season, although excited for that season to get underway, and Thursday night football going to be one fun time on Western New York Athletics.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a 39-28 score. The scoreboard here in the gym says 37-28, but I think they may have missed a basket.
Could be one away. We've got a unified staff across all the facilities here at Cheektowaga, so everyone's getting to do a different job. We'll get to see if there was a mistake on the scoreboard or on our production truck. My money's on Frank Wolf to get it right, though. Let's hold true to that. There's a mid-range shot from Amberlyn Sokol that's too strong. Approaching the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter, Olmsted needs a push here, and they'll look to Doriana Davis to start it, and Santino Rogers gets it going.
Santino Rogers for 2.
Rogers, 2 points in the first half, 2 points in the second half, give them a total of 4. Popping back up to her feet, Alex Milne of Cheektowaga as she tried to get back defensively. With the assistance of her team, gets a round of applause. The substitution will bring in Joshua Dorman, the big 22 for the Warriors. Cheektowaga will get possession from their own baseline. Olmsted a bit confused on the play. They charged up, thought it was their ball, but head coach Jim Bartram says, get back, defense. You see a lot of the 2-3 zone with the Unified Sports. Both teams today running that zone defensively. Gives you the best chance to stop those shots right in the heart of the defense. Of course, both teams having big men in the center of the zone. Jeffrey Jablonski-Miller there for the Owls, wearing number 00. Rebound fought for by Cario Carpenter, and a steal for Amberlyn Sokol. Now Jonathan Robinson. 16 on the day for Robinson. He's looking for 20, and a steal as he charges in after one there and knocks the boot right off of his left shoe. Robinson goes into the end wall.
He's certainly playing hard.
Well, Jonathan Robinson was a freshman on that team my senior year when I played unified basketball. Probably the most energetic athlete you'll ever play with. And boy, oh boy, he's just developed into an absolute stud on the court for the Warriors over the past 4 seasons. That shot from Jablonski-Miller just too strong and around the rim and out. Now 80 seconds to play on the final home game for the Warriors this season, the final game of the regular season for Cheektowaga before playoffs and heading down to represent the state on the national level in Florida in June. Robinson dives on the floor to get the loose ball. Sokol pops free with it. A minute to go.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. 1 minute.
Amberlyn Sokol's mid-range shot just a bit strong off the heel of the rim. 7 points is the difference. Trying to cut into that here is Santino Rogers. Off the glass, no good. Mingo with the rebound, and he'll set up Robinson to slow things down. Brian Payne doesn't want to slow anything down, however, continuing to run the offense. Robinson for three. No good.
He wanted
Rebound,
that one.
Matt Scafetta.
Definitely wanted that one.
Scafetta gets fouled as he went for the shot from the block. Matt Scafetta perhaps wants to catch up with Robinson in the scoring sheet. Scafetta with 10, Robinson 16. At one point, Scafetta had led the pair. But when talking to Coach Payne about the roster that he's bringing down with him to Florida, you've got obviously all of the seniors, a perfect mix of 5 athletes and 5 partners for the trip. But he brought with him his best athletes in Jonathan Robinson and Matthew Scafetta, who have been averaging each double digits in scoring per game. Scafetta can't get the first free throw to go. But number 40, a beast in the paint, and you've seen what number 21 does all up and down the floor. Second free throw, just strong from Scafetta. Rebound, Robinson puts it up. No good. Mingo fights for the rebound, puts it up himself, can't get it to go. Now getting it is Josh Dorman to Scafetta, 20 to shoot. Scafetta got it on the foul!
Matthew Scafetta and one.
Scafetta with an intense stab in celebration, up by 9 with 16 to go.
And I think everyone here wants to see him knock this one down, Jack.
He was close on the second of his last 2. He'll get one attempt here.
He did it.
A 13-point performance for Matthew Scafetta, 11 in the second half. Big-time players make big-time plays. Sokol with the steal. Robinson to seal it. No good. Warriors win by 10.
Your final score, Cheektowaga 40, the Olmsted Owls 30.
What an impressive performance from the Warriors in half number 2. As they had just 14 points in the first half, they explode for 26. We'll take a break and come back after this to recap tonight's game and look forward to what's up next on Western New York Athletics with myself and Frank Wolf right here after this.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
I'm here with player of the game, Jonathan Robinson of the Cheektowaga Warriors. John, you just scored 16 points against the Olmsted Owls en route to a 40-30 victory in your final home game of the regular season. What does that mean to you, scoring that much in front of this crowd tonight?
I mean, it felt kind of great, man, just taking my time and making those baskets. You know, coach always tells me to take your time. I took my time, and I actually made those shots, and I felt kind of happy that I did it.
Well, John, you were on the team back when I was on the team in high school 4 years ago. Talk about that experience growing with this unified team over the years and what set you up for success in this season.
I would say, like, it's kind of great that we've known each other for a long time. And when I seen you out here, it's just, I'm excited.
Yeah, well, glad you could be on the team for us today. Now, you're going down to represent New York State in the USA Games down in Orlando, Florida in June. What's that experience going to be like for you? You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited to go down in Orlando, Florida, and just see everybody there and having a good time. Yeah.
All right, Jonathan Robinson, 16 points tonight against the Olmsted Owls, our player of the game. We'll take it.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
All right, we're here with head coach of the Cheektowaga Warriors, Brian Payne. Coach, he just won against the Olmsted Owls, 40-30, the final score. And senior day here at Cheektowaga, what does it mean to have that win in front of this crowd here today?
It's always good to get the W, especially in front of your home crowd. The kids worked really, really hard for it. They've been practicing all season, very, very hard. They've been working each other, making each other better every day, so I'm really happy for the kids and they to be able to play with compassion, play with their heart, and play to have fun. There's smiles all around, so we're really happy for the kids to get it here today.
Now, you mentioned that playing with compassion. We spoke before for the article that's on Western New York Athletics. If you're watching, check that out on this Cheektowaga team that will be representing New York State. More on that in a moment, but talk about playing with compassion. What does that mean to you, and when you're coaching the team, how do you teach that?
So the kids have to understand who they're playing defense against and understanding their special abilities and understanding what they're capable of to make sure that everybody has that opportunity. We really coach that up in practice to make sure that all kids, not just our partners, but all students know what that is and how that looks. So they need to play with that, and that's our expectation.
Now, you've been coaching the unified team since its inception at Cheektowaga Central back in 2017, 2018. What have you seen in the growth of the program from the start and that first year, and what have you learned from a coach in that time up until now?
So Coach Cedar and I had, have a really strong philosophy about what it was supposed to look like when it started. We had some amazing athletes. All the partners that went through our program were fantastic, but they were really good athletes. Our mind shift has kind of shifted a little bit, where we really don't, in the last 2 years, we haven't had the so-called athletes that are playing football and playing, are wrestlers or doing track and doing baseball. We're having kids that are coming out for the first time and that this is their first varsity sport. And that changes the dynamics of the team greatly. So what that does is it makes a bigger team approach, a bigger team feel. Everybody's in it together. And it's easier to grow that heart, that compassion, that ability to, feel and be a team. And I think that's the hugest philosophy change and how we've grown as a program in the past 2 years especially.
Now you're going down to Florida, obviously, to represent not only Section 6, not only Western New York, but the state of New York on a national level against other teams and unified schools from across the country and the Caribbean. What's that experience going to be like for you, and how do you prep for something like that?
Jack, got butterflies, man. Every time we talk about it, how to prep for it, we really don't know what it's going to look like. So that's the big key. We talked to some other schools that have been down there that went down to represent New York State 4 years ago in Seattle. We have a little bit of an idea. We've put a lot of things into play that the kids really showed you tonight. They learned how to run a stack out-of-bounds play. They learned how to swing the ball. They learned how to run a pick. Things that we never would have been able to do in past. But with us starting our practices, our open gyms in October on Saturdays, the kids being committed to come to every practice, that's what allows it. The students and their willingness to learn, their willingness to get better is what allows for that extra stuff to happen to make it no different than any other basketball team and the way it should be. So when we go down to Florida, we're going to keep preaching the same thing. Play with compassion, play with heart, play to have fun, and everything else is going to come into play. We're really excited for the opportunities that Special Olympics has given us. Without Special Olympics and their partnership with NISFA, it wouldn't happen. So we are just ecstatic with the opportunity that we've been blessed with to represent New York State as the unified interscholastic team in Orlando.
There you go. Well, you saw it on display, like you said, all today. A 40-30 big victory over the Olmsted Owls, who you said would be a tough competition walking in, and they definitely proved to be just that. But the Warriors find a way to get the win. Coach Payne, thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
good
Jack.
luck the rest of the way in the playoffs and at the USA Games.
Thank you, everybody.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. On behalf of our entire crew at Western New York Athletics, Tom Prince in the first half, Frank Wolf in the second half producing, Nicola upstairs doing the camera work. Thanks for all your efforts today. And thanks you for tuning in to join us for Unified Basketball, the first in the history of Western New York Athletics, right here on WNYA. I'm Jack Cruiser, and I bid you adieu.